Hello guys, what's going on? Today we're going to look at these Modern Warfare Dark Edition night vision goggles. Now, I think we all know that these could pretty much be considered as a cheap toy, but what we're going to look at today is, are they good enough to use in Airsoft, and are they good enough to use, well, just around the house really? What are they like? I know a lot of people are probably wondering how good they are, so we're going to try and do some tests today. Well, let's have a little look at them first. They are rechargeable, so that's good. I thought they'd be battery powered, but they're not. There is a little charge port on the side there with a micro USB port, and the battery pack is on the back. So that's a nice little feature. Already off to a good start. But yeah, let's look at the front. Now you'll see there is 4 sort of main lenses there, but the ones on the far right and the far left, there and there, they're just dummies. They don't work, they don't do anything. But that is there is the camera, and that one there is the infrared light for the short range, and the 2 on the bottom there are for long range. So yeah, let's have a look at the top. I will say as well that the whole thing is made of plastic, but it's kind of like tough plastic, it's not cheap plastic. So on the top there you've got those 2 dials with the numbers, but those are also dummies, they don't do anything either. But those 2 on the side there, those do adjust like the angle that you look through the lenses, so they do help focus it a little bit. There is a latch there on the front you can adjust if you need it further or closer to your eyes. I'll show a little video of that now. So you can squeeze those 2 clasps in and adjust it. And there's also a little hinge there as well, so when you're wearing them you can lift them up above your head sort of thing, so they're out of the way. And then you can just squeeze the clasps again and fold it back down. And there is the battery pack on the back. It's not very heavy, so there is a nice weight to it. So we've got them off the stand now, and let's take a look at the other side and have a look at the lenses. It's pretty basic really. It kind of reminds me of the old school VR, where you put your phone in a plastic box and then adjust the lenses to help focus. It's quite similar. You do have 2 dials on the back there that will help focus the lens. There's 1 on each side. You see that it rises it up and down. Now the buttons on the bottom, you've got 1 for long range, which is the 2 spotlights underneath the 2 main lenses. Then you've got 1 for the mode, which changing it between like the traditional green night vision and the black and white. I'll show you those in a bit. And there's also the power button there as well. So let's see if I can get my camera lens down one of these lenses and take a look inside. It's quite hard to get it to focus really, get it in. There we go, let's turn it on. So when you turn it on, there is kind of like a Modern Warfare startup screen where you see the logo and then this little animation, and then it goes straight into this LCD kind of view. Now it does look like kind of like a small square there, but when you're wearing them it does fill up your vision quite a lot, and it's not as bad as it looks here. It is kind of hard to do through a phone. But there is a light sensor on the front, so when it senses that it's gone dark, it will automatically switch to the green night vision, which is what you see in there. It's flicking between light and dark. So there is a day mode where if it's completely bright out or it's in a light room, you'll just have normal vision. It won't be in night mode, it will just be like looking through like a digital camera kind of thing. But let's get on to one of the first tests. It's not dark outside yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the main light off and we'll close the curtains and we'll see if this Or with these goggles, this toy, you can see this other toy, this little figure, in almost total darkness. And I wasn't expecting much from these, but if you stick around, you'll see why I was quite surprised. So let's get these goggles up, get them turned on again. Get the little logo and the startup screen going. Okay, so it's detected dark and it's gone straight into the green night vision mode. As you can see, it's still really dark in my room. Can't really see anything through the phone camera, but put it through the goggles and you can see little Captain Price there. And this is the black and white mode. So the button that says mode on the bottom will switch between the green and the black and white. And the black and white is actually, I think, a lot better than the green. You can see a lot more contrast. You can see more detail, I think. But we'll give it a proper test in the garden in a little bit. There's the green again. And then back to the black and white. And I'll put the long range on, the spotlights, in a second. Just find the button. There we go. So you can see when you put the long range on, it does kind of put like a spotlight where you aim, kind of thing, where you look. But at this short range, it probably just blows out the image. It's too close. So when we're outside, we'll give that a try and see if we can see kind of further down the garden with that on. So we'll jump ahead of time now and go to the garden. Okay, so here we are in my garden. Well, I'm in the doorway of my house. And this is my dark garden. It's not completely dark, but it's dark enough. I can't really see the bottom of my garden. So we'll jump straight into the goggles now on the green mode. And there we go. It's quite a good view, and I've got long range on right now. I'll turn it off. There's long range off. There's long range on. Plane going over. You can see that's pretty decent. There's it off. And the long range back on. And we'll try the black and white first without the long range. So you don't really see much in the black and white now. On the short range, we'll put the long range on. But then you really get a nice spotlight on the black and white long range. You see the bench there, garage, and phone camera. Can't really see much at all. It's pretty good. And I do just want to talk about this as well. A lot of videos I've seen of these goggles so far have shown this really bright pink glow coming from the infrared lights. This is not what it looks like to the naked eye. This is the camera picking up on the infrared and seeing it as like a bright beam. This is not what it looks like. I'll show pictures of what it does look like now. So this is the standard short range. It's just 4 small red dots. And for the long range, it's the same 4 red dots, but with some more red dots underneath. But they're more of just a slight glow. So if you're wondering, it's impossible to wear for airsoft, you'd be, running around with the bright light on your head. It's not the case. That's just the camera picking up on the infrared. So if you did want to wear them for airsoft, say in a CQB environment where a lot of rooms are dark or pitch black, you would have quite good vision. As you can see, in pitch black. You can see in dark rooms. You'd be able to see enemies quite clearly. And if you were sneaking around, all they'd have really to go off is the 4 red dots. So you would be at quite a bit of an advantage because you won't have your torch on because you wouldn't need it. So they wouldn't know where to look. And I can't see any enemy, including me. I would not walk into a room and see 4 red dots just floating and think, hey, that's an enemy. So yeah, for airsoft, I think they'd be pretty decent, really. The only concern I would have is if you are running it in CQB, there's a risk of it, getting shot, and if that camera lens gets hit, you are in a bit of a mess. But you could make a lens protector, I suppose, customise it like you would for a red dot sight. Maybe get some perspex and fix it in front of the lens so it protects it. That's the only thing I'd say about that. But as far as my opinion on using it for airsoft goes, I think they'd be pretty decent, and I might even give it a try at my local CQB, just for a laugh really, and see what happens, because I do think it'd be quite interesting to try and use. Because like I say, the one thing that gives away your position away in CQB is shining your own torch, where if you don't need to do that and you can just sneak around and all you've got on you is 4 little red dots, then it could be quite good. So yeah, look out on the channel. I might do a video of that and post it and post my results, see what happens. But yeah, keep an eye out. But that's the look at the Dark Edition Modern Warfare night vision goggles. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you think they were a lot better than you thought, because they were surely a lot better than I thought they'd be. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you soon.